All right, chat, YouTube, it's deck tech time. This time for a list that went 6-0-2 at the SCG Modern 5K this weekend, I believe it was. This one top aided, and it is green, black, Agatha Soul Cauldron Midrange, which is a deck that I've been trying to kind of perfect and work on for a while. This one is the rock with Urza Saga, however, which is something I've typically excluded from my list because I felt like it made the mana really bad. But they've opted to go for the 4 Urza Saga builds. So we got 4 copies of Fatal Push as some removal, 4 copies of Delighted Halfling to help cast our uncountable Grist and just have generic ramp in general. We got 1 Haywire Mite, 1 Nihil Spellbomb, 1 Shadow Spear for Urza Saga targets, 4 copies of Orcish Bowmasters do some pinging whenever your opponent draws a card, pings them as well. 4 Rumbles to help find your Grists or find your Soul Cauldron and bin Grist at the same time. I call it Green Ponder. Pretty good card. 1 Outland Liberator to put under the Cauldron as well and pop some artifacts and enchantments. 1 Scavenging Ooze to put under the Soul Cauldron, eat the graveyard. A couple copies of Water the Reliquary. You can sacrifice a creature, go to it up a land like an Urza Saga, and then it grows bigger depending on how many creatures are in your graveyard. The 4 Soul Cauldrons, of course, kind of the main appeal of playing a deck like this. 1 Tireless Tracker, which belongs in 2016 and I don't think should be in the deck. 1 copy of Endurance that exiles or shuffles your opponent's graveyard back into their deck. And then 4 greens on Zenith to go with our 4 Grists. Grist removal plus a token generator. Greens on Zenith helps us find any of our one-of targets like Scavenging Ooze or Outland Liberator, and I will never tutor for Tireless Tracker. You can also get your Dryad Arbor on turn 1 to help you accelerate, even though it is 1-1. And also, the problem with getting Dryad Arbor, especially against decks like Eldrazi, is that they can spend Kozilek's Command and kill it for 1 mana and draw a card as well. Or 1 mana, which is 2 Eldrazi mana. Rest of the mana base, we got a Boseiju, a couple copies of Forest, 1 Swamp, 3 Overgrown Tombs, 1 Nurturing Peatland, 2 Marsh Flats, 4 Verdants for fetches, 1 Windswept Heath, 1 Wooded Foothills, a couple copies of Underground Mortuary for some Surveillance, and of course our 4 copies of Urza Saga. Sideboard-wise, 2 copies of Surgical Extraction to take out your opponent's graveyard stuff, and also if they're playing something like Titan, you can extract their Titans after you Thoughtseize them. Thoughtseize, pretty good against the combo decks. 1 more Outland Liberator for destroying artifacts and enchantments. 3 copies of Fulminator Mage, very strong with the Soul Cauldron if you can ever put the Fulminator under the Soul Cauldron. 2 Abrupt Decays for destroying things like Frog uncounterably. 1 Culling Ritual for the energy matchup, or I guess it's pretty good against the Mox Opal decks too. 1 more Haywire Mite, 1 Needle, and then 1 Chalice. Chalice is interesting because you can't even tutor that off of Urza Saga, but they opt to go with the 1 Chalice. Keep this. Seems pretty good. What's up, Inaki? Thank you. Also, chat, you'll know exactly what goal we're on, because once we hit the goal in question, I can actually turn that specific one blue. So, for example, if we hit the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it'll turn blue, and I can move on to the next one, and then the Speedrun PB one will turn blue as well. So just keep that in mind, that you always know which goal we're on. You can also just look it up at the top and see how many subs we're at currently. Yeah, we're using Live Split for this because I always found out it was like the easiest way to kind of go through an ordered list most of the time. What is PB? So I used to speedrun on this channel way back when I first started my year 1 of streaming. And when I did that, I used to speedrun leagues. And my fastest league that I ever trophied with was 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 7 seconds. So we're going to try to beat that record of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 7 seconds by playing any deck in the format. And just trying to get our fastest trophy possible. Brickmaster Flex, thank you for the prime in the 27 months. Oh man, we might have to make it a Tron at some point. You're so right. I think this is a tricky one. Tricky. It's like I don't want to play the Saga out, but then I don't get to play the Water the Reliquary. But I could like Fatal Push this plus play Soul Cauldron, and that doesn't seem so bad either. It was Steez, thank you for the tier 1 of the 19 months. We're up to 30 total. I don't really need to Fatal Push this right now, I guess. I'll just leave up the Fatal Push for the time being. Thank you, Steez. White Orchid Phantom is probably gonna take out my Urza Saga. Goodbye, Urza Saga. Let's get a Forest. I'm gonna save the Fatal Push for if they try to like Ephemerate either of these, I guess. Or if they play a Birthing Ritual, maybe. Seems like this might be like the Birthing Ritual list that top 8 of the SCG as well. Yeah, such a jerk. Can't believe they just blow up our Saga like that. Kind of messed up. There's the Birthing Ritual. Nah, I guess I let him go to end step and do it. Yeah, I don't know how their deck defeats the powerful Torpor Orb. That's kind of rude. Let that happen, and then we're gonna Fatal Push the Skyclave. Get a 2/2. Do another Soul Cauldron, which is pretty good. Let's crack this. Grab Swamp. Play White of the Reliquary, and then play another Soul Cauldron. Yeah, curious if they want to do anything. They are going to block, so I'm going to eat their Skyclave. Make that a 3/3. Eat their White Orchid Phantom, pass the turn. I haven't tried the Boros Surfer deck yet, no. I did see it though. Looks cool. Rooter of the Guard. Spicy. Anybody surfing? Rosie, thank you for the year. You've been here 1/3 of the time I've been streaming. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I don't know why it's popping up on the main screen. Every time I open it, it pops up on the main screen, which is like, not great. I would love to use White Orchid Phantom's ability. I should have set up a macro just to like increment that by 1. Oh well. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, I guess. Another Saga. Let's attack with the Illusion token. I'm a lazy programmer, you're right. Play Shadow Spear Pass. Oh, and the 3 months in advance. Thank you, Josie. I didn't even see that. My New Year Christmas has been amazing. Got to go hang out with Spike. Had a good time over in Texas. And now we're back. Took the last couple of days to set up for this stream and kind of just relax. Because we got a marathon to run. A good time plus Texas equals lies. Am I not allowed to have a good time in Texas? My Urza Saga. It wasn't hot this time of year, which I appreciated. So I imagine this is going to come back down. It's going to kill my Urza Saga. I can use White of the Reliquary to go tutor up another Urza Saga. But these are very annoying. I think I'm out of basics. Yeah, I'm out of basics here. I guess we have Soul Cauldron up so they can't get like another Extraction Specialist style effect. Or Renegade Rallier. Hopefully I don't find another Skyclave though. If they find another Skyclave, we're in trouble. Oh, they found a Witch Enchanter. Okay. This is the most hater shit I think I've ever seen. Alright, we'll see what we can do. His DT Cuban, what a legend. Let's go Outland Liberator. We can equip Shadow Spear onto the White of the Reliquary. Attack with the White of the Reliquary. Probably just take the damage here. I do need to pop this Birthing Ritual. Blocking with everything. So I can sacrifice the Delighted Halfling, go get another Saga, and then I can Outland Liberator, pop the Birthing Ritual. They do need to block with everything if they want to kill this. I get to kill all their creatures. I don't think there's a Sajiri step in here. Moto's taking a small break. No time for small break, Moto. We got a marathon to run. And 1, 2, 3, 4 planes. So they're quite a ways away off of that still. Eternal Witness. That's going to return White Orchid Phantom and blow up my Saga again. Returning Extraction Specialist. Extraction Specialist returns the White Orchid Phantom. This is so messed up. Just let me play my funny little Saga deck. Why do you have to be so rude? So mean. I'm debating if they want to blow up 1 or 2. I'm going to blow up Chapter 1. I think I'm going to get Nihil Spellbomb. Just to stop their future graveyard shenanigans. Also, this Emiria that's going to be on whenever. As long as they don't have Ephemerate, we'll be alright. Eternal Witness. Picking up. Whatever it is, I'm probably just going to fire off the Spellbomb. You'd be 2 meltdowns? That doesn't sound right. I think that's beyond Lantern Control's capabilities. Alright, we picked up another Bowmaster. I think we're okay just to like Bowmaster this Eternal Witness and start sending it in here. Might be getting Eternal Witness looped. If they have another Eternal Witness in their hand. White Orchid Phantom taking out the Flagstones, which is going to turn on Emiria. Uh-oh. We're kind of screwed. This Phantom can't attack or block because of the Extraction Specialist. They need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh. I don't know how I'm going to beat this Emiria value engine. They get to return Eternal Witness. Not looking good. It's scheisse. So now they get to go return Eternal Witness, pick up Extraction Specialist, pick up White Orchid Phantom. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. Anybody got any signed Scars Mox Opals? Fortunately, I do not, Timmy. Best I can do is Chinese Amulet of Vigor. Not signed. Oh, they actually did not pick up what I thought they were going to. Oh, because they have another Eternal Witness. I think we should probably just scoop it up at this point. We might have been able to win that, but it seemed tough. I want like a Fulminator Mage in the list, I think, for taking out Emiria. Surgical doesn't seem too bad because they have a lot of graveyard synergies. The second Haywire Mite could be good. You also take Abrupt Decay for killing Birthing Ritual. Scavenging Ooze also seems pretty good. Tireless Tracker, get out of my deck. Not because it's bad. It is because it's bad. I don't know what else I want. Maybe I don't even want this Fulminator Mage. Maybe I just want to go all in on the Graveyard Hate instead. I like Needle. Not in this matchup, just like Needle. That's valid. I don't think Water the Reliquary is like a little bit lacking here. I think we're just going to trim some stuff. Fungus is a little expensive. I think Fungus could be really good if you stick it under a Soul Cauldron, though. Anybody got some signed Griefs? I should probably give away my Griefs after I sign them, because I don't think Grief's ever coming back in Modern. Just a hunch. I'm gonna keep this because I get to go Green Suns for Dryad Arbor. What up, Secret Fate? Happy 3 years. I think the Jeskai Faithless Looting deck is a little clunky. I think the mana base is wonky, and you have to like try to do a lot by facilitating many colors because you need like Counterspell, Flage, and I don't know. You're also a little bit weak to Graveyard Hate. It wasn't my personal favorite deck, but I don't think it's a bad deck. It's more like one of those decks that's just not for me. They Scavenging Ooze out here. He wants Grief so bad. Well, that makes two of us. Hoppy and I always play the same style of decks for some reason. When he was on his Scales kick, so was I. Oh, I'm gonna get Solitude Ephemerate. This list is more so just value down. There goes all my things. I'll miss you things. Belcher best deck. Belcher does seem really good right now. We gotta figure out what we're gonna play in the RC's chat. We don't have a lot of time to do it, so I was really hoping that if nothing else comes of the subathon, it's that I figure out what deck I'm gonna play at the RC. Because I have no idea at the moment. I could just go back to energy and resort to energy. I was thinking about maybe Brood Scale. I was thinking about maybe Yawgmoth, maybe Murktide. I really don't know. The RC's beginning of February in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, it does seem a little bit boring to play just straight up Boros at the moment. I think I might explore Mardu, but I really don't know. We're also going to write our guides and everything on stream as well. For those of you that have been waiting for another Patreon update, we're going to write it on stream. So if you're here, then you'll already be in the know ahead of time. I think I want to grab... Oh, man. I don't know. Yo, Zeriak, they gave the $25. Holy schmoly. 50 minutes. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I am going to play Mill for what you just donated for, though, I think. Grab the Nihil Spellbomb. Maybe I wanted Shadow Spear instead. But I do have Endurance in my hand, so I think it's okay. Alright, send me your mill list, Zeriak. Yeah, that's the one at the top for the 5k. I went like 602. So I can copy your sideboard again. Eldrazi, I don't know. I think if I am going to play Eldrazi cards, it'll probably be in Brood Scale. So I think Kozilek's Command's very powerful in Brood Scale. Maybe I should have gotten Haywire Mite. Yo, Frank, thank you for the 5 gifted. Sanctifier in back, huh? Appreciate it, Frank. Thank you. And BFG coming in with gifties as well. Thank you for the 5 BFG. We'll swap this up to 41. Thank you guys. Very generous. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think I was supposed to get Haywire Mite here instead. But I couldn't have even killed this turn 1. The cap is 2 weeks, so... Hey, if we can get to 2 weeks, I ain't gonna be complaining. Subathon number 1 went for, holy shit, Sun Titan? Bolt Snap Bolt, thank you for the 25. I gotta get out of there. I'm never beating a Sun Titan. Bolt, thank you for the $25 donation. Let me know what Rhinos list you want me to play. And I gotta go to the RC shortly after that, so I gotta book my flight, order my cards. Got some stuff to do in a couple weeks, but hey, for the next 2 weeks, I got nothing to do. Except for be here for you guys. Does Jeremy like Lantern Control? He likes Mono Red and Burn. Alright, I got Zeriox Mill deck. And then also, if I forget that I owe you a Dono deck, just let me know, because I'm sure they'll be piling up very quickly. Did you send one Bolt Snap? I didn't see one here. Let's go Underground Mortuary. Definitely gonna bin that Grist because we have the Soul Cauldron in hand already. That title implies this one will last for 3 years. True! Enter. You gonna bolt my Wide of the Reliquary? I'm going to discharge it. I kind of want to pitch Endurance to save it. It's probably not worth it. Nah, I never finished Final Fantasy VII. Yo, BFG coming in with another sub. Oh, man. It's Spike Rhinos? Alright. Okay, I gotta order my tabs here for a sec, because... Okay, this one I'm doing. This one was the suggestion. So we got Boros Energy into Mill into Rhinos for the next 3 dono decks. Got it. Thank you, BFG, for an additional gifted sub. I'm really debating if I want to pitch this Endurance, and I think I do want to pitch this Endurance to save the Wide of the Reliquary. Play Marvel Rivals with Spike. Doesn't seem like a very Spike game. I'm not sure he would enjoy it. I can see if Spike wants to do something, though. 3 days straight? It could be longer. You guys determine my fate at this point. I made a latte. Well, it's empty now, but I made a latte before the stream started. Yeah, I felt Marvel Rivals was a little bit clunky compared to something like Overwatch in terms of like the movement, the animations. So it wasn't not my favorite. Not my favorite at all. Doomwake teaches you standard. Man, Doomwake had a hell of a run this weekend. Sad that he crashed out day 2. Ending, Let's go Rumble. Grab the Bow Boy. Yo, Dunk, thank you for the prime the 2 months. I appreciate that. I think we're at 43 now. The maths. Thanks so much, Dunk. I'm out of coffee, chat. How am I gonna survive now? Oh, the agony. Kind of surprised to see Mardu Energy playing Prismatic Ending. I guess it kind of makes sense, but got Static Prison over there. I feel like Static Prison's just better. Yeah, I haven't either. I could take out this Cat Warrior. Let them flip the Johnny. Alternatively, I could just go upstairs. I think going upstairs is probably a little bit better. I just start the Grist value engine. Plus. Do I want to Green Suns for a Dryad Arbor? I don't think so. I think I will just pass the turn here. Yeah, I had a lot of discussions about what is the potential best deck, best pick for the RC what decks I think are going to be popular at the RC with like Spike and Demonic Tutors. I've been really trying to like crack down on this new metagame, but it kind of seems like people are still just doing whatever they want to do to a degree. It seems like Amulet Titan's really strong. Underworld Breach decks are really strong. Eldrazi's very strong. Energy's still very strong. Murktide's one of the top decks and most represented decks. Not sure if Murktide's necessarily the strongest, but it has been putting up some pretty good results. If you look at the SCG 5K from the weekend, Amulet Titan did win, but also this deck made top 8. The Celestia Birthing Ritual deck made top 8, so it's really hard to get like a pinpoint on the current meta. Still very wide open. It makes it cool though. Excited to see what becomes of this new modern meta. Play a deck you like with MH3 cards. Look at the data. I did look at some of the data. Yo, Jeremy, thank you for the 5 gifted as well. Jeremy, do you have a donation deck that you want to see? Also, I have strategically set this up so that way it ends by the time you show up. Oh, trust me, it was very strategic. I just turned off streamer mode. Bo boys. Probably gonna snipe my bo boys. Do a cube? Sure. Goodbye, other bo boys. See endurance here. Start making more insect tokens. Goal is to outvalue the opponent. I think we use Green Suns for 2 here. Get Bowmaster. Oh, sorry, I can't get a Bowmaster. I don't know what I was thinking. Could get a Water the Reliquary, I guess. Not Quarter Calling Dingo. Get your shit together. It's only like hour 1 for Tireless Tracker. If I had enough lands, then maybe. Tireless Tracker, too powerful. Need 1 more land for the Tireless Tracker. Plus, I need a land drop for the Tireless Tracker itself. Oh yeah, I could go Scooze plus eat something plus activate it because it becomes a Grist. We can save that for next turn though. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, White's gonna get me some lands here so I can go get like Urza Saga. Start generating more value. Flage, taking out the White of the Reliquary. So now I get to eat their Flage with Scavenging Ooze, activate Grist, and then put White of the Reliquary underneath the Soul Cauldron. Seems like a win for me. Yeah, let me look at the modern metagame data after this league's over, or after this match is over. We can talk about it. Plus. Let's eat the White of the Reliquary, put it on an insect token. Plus. Excuse me. I think I just pass here. Yeah, that seems like a pain in the ass in paper. Need like loyalty dice, +1/+1 counters. I guess this doesn't have Wall of Roots at least. Doesn't have Yawgmoth either. It's probably less of a pain in the ass than Yawgmoth. Alright, we went wide and we won the game. Let's bring in the Culling Ritual. A couple of Abrupt Decays for Goblin Bombardment and friends, I think. And then we can bring in the Needle for Ajani and Goblin Bombardment as well. Not sure I want the Haywire Mite. Haywire Mite's probably okay. Take out this Endurance. I don't think we need the Endurance. I really want to take out the Tireless Tracker because they have Bowmasters, so I think I will. Also, just a big, massive, absolute Tireless Tracker hater. Don't tell anybody, though. Take out a Rumble. We'll drop a Green Sun Zenith. Yeah, so Yogg gives -1/-1 counters, and Yogg also gives Wall of Roots counters at the same time. You had 3 different counters on your wall. Yeah, you have to show up with so many dice. I have like an entire bag of dice for when I played Yawgmoth at Hunter Burton. I have to crack him back out if I end up going with Yogg at the Portland RC. I'm not sure I'm going to go with Yogg at the Portland RC, though. I really don't know what I'm going to play at the Portland RC. But we got 2 weeks to figure it out. My Portland testing team? Yeah, you can join my Portland testing team, because right now my testing team is me. Me, myself, and I. Green Suns for Dryad Arbor here, but then it gets Bowmastered, but that's probably fine if it gets Bowmastered. So I have a sleep cam set up right there. There's the beanbag with 2 blankets on it. So whenever it becomes the nighttime, I will be residing in the beanbag. Probably around midnight Pacific. Can I be on your Charlotte testing team? Absolutely, Valk. I need more amulet players in my life. Psych. I don't need no amulet players in my life. But I also don't know what I need to do here. Could Rumble. Or could play Saga. Let's play Saga. Take Soul Cauldron. The Ottawa RC homies. Canada represent. Yeah, I only want mill players on my team. Do you think Zeriok's on my team? Hell no. Take one. Lage. Fable. I think we've regressed as a society now that I see Fable again. Now we're over this Fable phase. Play Halfling plus make a construct. Alternatively, I could play Grist and start plussing it. I think it's Halfling plus make a construct. Could have also besieged the Fable, maybe. Or played Soul Cauldron so I don't get flaged. Got paired into Grixis twin Oculus Fable Tameo. And they're probably thinking I got paired in a Lantern control. This goes both ways, Timmy. Think about the emotional distraught that they were in. I haven't played a lot of either Chief Rob, but it seems like Mardu's a little bit more. Mardu's got a higher card quality now, I think, but the mana base is definitely painful. Comes at a cost. Your last opponent was emotionally distraught. I would be too. Make a construct. I don't want to need a Lejani. Lejani. Nakatl. I can Bowmaster it. I got a Dryad Arbor in here. Bowmaster the token. Grist minus, take this out. Indeed is an Avenger. Assemble. Yeah, Abrupt Decay is pretty good right now. Taking out Frog uncounterably is pretty important. Same with Oculus. I don't think they're going to want to flip this, but they might. I think I'm going to sack the Halfling. Kill the Goblin Shaman that flies. I really want to kill this guy to souls, but I don't think I have that luxury of doing that right now. Next turn we can Boseiju the Fables, that way we don't have to deal with the copying of anything here. Yeah, it seems like it makes sense that Boros has a higher win rate just because it's like a little bit more consistent overall. Grist is pretty damn good. Get 1 energy. They might have wanted to keep that Johnny on top, because if they play it, then they can make 3 energy, kill my Grist, but then I have the Soul Cauldron anyways. What up, Torben? Thank you, thank you. Culling Ritual. Not bad. I think we're going to start by blessing the Grist. I don't know why to the Reliquary, which means we can go Soul Cauldron. Actually, maybe I just want a Soul Cauldron on the Dryad Arbor, so I can Boseiju this Reflection. Torben, thank you for gifting 10. Holy cow, Torben. Well, you know I'm going to ask you, Torben. Do you want to see a Dono deck? More time. Infinite time. This is where I live now. I live on the internet. Is there a deck that you would like to see me play, Torben? Could be anything. For Modern. And I'll get the Boseiju plus Scavenging Ooze. Go find something deranged, do it. They say the deck is a reflection of the person who donated it. Or something like that. Back with the 3/3. Amulet Rhinos. I don't understand what that means. People keep saying Amulet Rhinos. Mr. Rabe, coming up with the 33 months as well. We won! Vivan! Yay! I don't know why this is going off 10 times, by the way. It's not supposed to do this. Spike just thinks he's so hilarious. Come on to you, Spike. Why is he still going? Oh, that's Mr. Rabe. What does old dingo actually mean? I'm going to dye my hair, eyebrows, and beard gray/silver. I'm going to attend the RCs as old dingo. And I'm going to be old dingo on my stream until, well, I guess the hair dye goes away. Gotta be an old man. I'm gonna carry around a cane and everything. Well, is the opponent gonna be sad or sad about this Bowmaster? Honk. Honk. Alright, Torben, what do you got for us? $35 Infect by Saffron Olives. Say less. $35 Infect coming right up, I guess. Thanks, Torben. I'll remember this the next time I see ya. It's 5 subs for a dono deck. 35-minute slide drop. Hey, new magical. I'll tag you with my 3/3. Blight Mamba, PogChamp. If they Burning Inquiry, I'm definitely going to Fatal Push this Bowmaster. 110%. This thing's getting bowed. Was your first playmat as a kid? Oh, you can ask him if, because oh no, Spike definitely was like, I don't want to be play point Santa. I'm not doing it. At least that was what he expressed to me. Casting over their opponent. Omo. Or they can play free hollow ones now because they discarded 3 things. I'm down if you want to do a magical. You don't have to if you don't want to, though. This is fine. When they go to combat and attack with it, then that's my opportunity to Fatal Push, because it's probably going to target itself and it's going to fizzle anyways. $35 infect is $46 today. It's false advertising on top of that. Bobble. Bobbles me. Oh, I have to decide if I want to make another Saga token. I think I make another Saga token and I go grab Nihil Spellbomb. Ancient times. I can't remember the last time I've seen a Tireless Tracker in a list, so I'd have to agree with you. Look at the modern channel. Oh yeah, those Rhino tokens. I will sign them if you want me to. I don't think I can show that on stream though. No swings. Just passing. Magical wants to do the playpoint giveaways. If you will allow him to do so. Alright. Yay. Alright, Tide Torben. Figure it out then. What do I want against this deck? I think Chalice on 1 is pretty strong against this deck, which I'm not sure if Chalice... I think Chalice is mostly just for 0 for Rhinos here. But... I could probably bring it in on 1 against this deck and it'll be pretty effective. Surgical Extraction. Actually, I don't know if I want this Chalice in second thought. Maybe it's not as good as I think it is. Liberator can blow up the hollow one, so I think I take the extra Liberator. Gab Stoll, thank you for the prime of the 3 months. I appreciate the contribution to the train rolling. Hey, we hit 60. I don't want to board out in this matchup. Actually, yes, I do. It starts with Tireless and ends with Tracker. I think this will probably be over by the time Jeremy shows up in like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. It's pretty good. I'll keep. Sure, I'll keep. Chat, who am I going to see at the RCs coming up? Any Portland goers? They discarded 3 lands. Hollow 1. Hollow 1's kind of problematic, huh? Frog, Charlotte. I'll be LCQing. You're going to be at both? Yeah, I'm going to be at both as well, so... If you miss me at Portland, I will be at Charlotte as well. Y'all best come up and say hi. I don't want to hear this, like, post-event regret of, oh man, I should have said hi to Dingo, but I chickened out. It happens far too often. Let that happen. I lost my endurance. Not great. They did not hit Delirium, though. Yeah, I mean, I could have held Boseiju, I guess, but I didn't have another land at the time. Well, I had the Underground Mortuary, but I didn't have a land to play the Halfling. I think getting out the Halfling is a little bit more important here. I think I'm going to Bowmaster the DRC and then play another Halfling out. I'm gonna spend the whole weekend with me. Oh, thanks, Bold Snap. I always knew I could count on you. Oh, Rust Pipe. You gotta find me, though. That's the challenge. Find me amongst the sea of people. Is this a FOMO? Is this a Bowmaster? It's a Goif. This shouldn't always eat, because I do have the surgical extraction I might want to use. It's like Phoenix on said Goif. I'm getting it for 5 at least. The Japanese foil vendor. Yeah, I'll be looking for cards for Jebi while I'm there. Alright, we gotta kill this Goif, I think. And I kind of want to extract the Goifs, but I don't have to at this very moment. I do want that, I think. Let's say they kill Grist. They attack for 4. I take that 4 damage. Alright, things are gonna get a little sketchy here. You're riding solo. That does sound pretty rough. You're not gonna be solo once you get there. You're gonna be hanging out with your boy all weekend, right? I take the 4 damage. So let's go Grist minus kill this hollow one. And we just pass. I do have an Arena of Glory. I'm happy to keep this Bowmaster in case they have FOMO or another Burning Inquiry. It's just gonna make it really awkward for them to use or looting. I guess they can make a hasty Goyf here. Oh, they play another Phoenix. They kill the Grist, they get in for 2, so I'm not dead. That's good. Rumble. You can grab Saga or Bowmasters. Let me just grab Saga. A little slow, but at the same time, not sure I have the luxury of doing too much more. And then draw step, we're gonna extract these Goyfs here. Your Goyfs, my Goyfs. Okay, they hit another Detective's Phoenix, which means I am dead. Sadly. Okay. On to the next game. I knew YRG. Kind of want another Haywire Mite. Haywire Mite only takes care of the Phoenix if it's an enchantment bestowed. Maybe I don't want that. Could just run it back. Couldn't find me in the crowd again, yeah. It's really difficult to find anybody at those big events. I guess Eternal Weekend wasn't like that large in comparison to something like Vegas, where in Vegas I couldn't find anybody at all. Apparently I had walked by Spike like twice at Vegas and I didn't even see him. I was only getting to 5. Yeah, I forgot my wolves and my yogs. Black green delirium removal, that could be good. Which one's that? Stand at the top tables. Oh man, I lost round 1 at Eternal Weekend. And I think I ended up like 4-2 after that. After day 1, or 5-2. I went to go to Eternal Weekend again. Eternal Weekend was a lot of fun. Not sneeze. Taking my Soul Cauldron. Craftigger's Cage is okay. It's pretty good against the Green Sun Zenith decks. Just a matter of like how many Green Sun Zenith decks you expect there to be, I guess. Take the Bowmasters here over the Urza Saga. In case they have looting or burning inquiry, it's gonna be pretty good. When it goes Goif. Yeah, it's not bad against Oculus, but it doesn't really do much against Frog. Dragon to the Roost, 2 black-green, instant Delirium, costs 2 less. If there are 4 more cards, it's for target online permanent. That does seem pretty sweet, actually. I haven't tried that card yet. I don't hate it, though. Keep another Bowmasters on top. I think I shock this and pass here. Yeah, the can't be countered part of Abrupt Decay is pretty relevant against all the Eyeball and the Frog decks, though. Go with a Bowmaster on the Goif and then a Bowmaster on the Goif again. If they want to spend an instant to save it, it's okay. I guess that. Oh, no, they have fetch line, huh? Oops. Okay, I missed a point of damage here. I forgot they had a fetch line that they could just crack and grow the Goif, so we're gonna go upstairs instead. -1. You're not paying attention. That's a pretty good draw. TB are my speedrun personal bests. So the fastest I've ever trophied a league is 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 7 seconds. And we're going to try to get a trophy that's faster than 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 7 seconds. Or it could be peanut butter. Who really knows? Return of the Goif. Yeah, that was on Beans. It was on Burn. Boros Burn. I think both of those PBs were both Burn. Arena of Glory. It's a Goif out of the graveyard. Graveyard Goif. Alright, found a Nihil Spellbomb. Pretty okay not pushing this Goif for the time being, especially since we drew the Spellbomb. I think we'll just pass and make it Construct token. Bedlam Reveler does seem pretty sweet. I played against a couple of Bedlam Reveler Brews. Tongue twister. Oftentimes those Bedlam Reveler decks were also playing Young Pyromancer, which I think is just handicapping yourself. But if you took out Young Pyromancer, I think Bedlam Reveler could be okay. You just have to play a lot of other meta cards with it, like Bowmasters, to make sure you can Bowmaster the Bowmaster that's gonna kill you if you play the Bedlam Reveler, right? So I think it could be good. Yeah, and the Seeps 100% PB is like 3 hours minimum. It's gotta tank at any one given time. You gotta Bowmaster the Bowmaster, that Bowmaster your Bowmasters, that way you can Bowmaster the Bowmaster token, because it's a 1/1, so that way you don't get Bowmaster for drawing cards, you know? Underground Mortuary. I'll bend that. This Bowmaster card's kind of messed up. Dothatrium, that could either mean Rhinos or Zoo. Either way, I don't think it's going to be a good matchup for us. 4/4 Tramplers and above seem tough. Yeah, why even play Grixis Shell is really what it comes down to. Grixis Shell is like a little weak. It's because the mana base is so bad. It's kind of the same reason why it's like not worth to play Jeskai. Let's play Saga and pass the Bowmaster. Grixis Death Shadow 5/0. Every once in a while, a Death Shadow deck will pop up in 5/0. It's really rough to just play Death Shadow in a world of Solitudes. But if there's no Solitude, Death Shadow's not too bad. This league, we already played against one Solitude deck. These two weren't Solitude decks, but this one was. Yeah, I think the Underworld Breach deck's very good. I also think Through the Breach is very good with Yggdrasil. Bowmaster the Bowmaster. Yo, Froboy, thank you for the prime of the 20 months. Thank you, Froboy. 61. Meticulous Archive. This might just be 4-color. It's hard to tell. I do think a Tamiyo looting shell could be potentially very powerful outside of Underworld Breach. I'm not sure what the best Tamiyo looting deck is, but I really want to try to find it before I figure out what I'm playing for the RC. So I think Tamiyo looting is quite the combo, especially against energy, because you plus the Tamiyo and then energy has a hard time pushing damage through that, outside of like Goblin Bombardment, and then Goddess Soul's pumping stuff. It can't be Obosh Murktide, can it? Ah, Obosh Murktide's so cool though. I want to try like a non Obosh version of the deck. Yo, Daj, thank you for the tier 1 of the 13 months. Appreciate it. Once we hit the 250 sub goal, and then we're going to finish up Final Fantasy VII. And then once we hit 750, we're going to throw in a new variety game. I've been trying 100% Balatro, kind of in my free time. That's what I did on the plane ride to Spikes and back. So maybe we'll throw in Balatro as our new variety game or something. Probably have chat vote. This is a subathon for the people after all. Had your soul for a year. I have about like 10 or so hours in the game, and I'm just like so addicted already. So much fun. And the fact that it's a mobile game, it eats your soul. My boy. You're gonna consign this. That could be an issue. That's not really, because I got Grist minus on it. Looks like they're just playing Jeskai control. Oh, also drew Fatal Push. It's probably just a better answer, huh? Actually, to grab a Nihil Spellbomb. I was thinking about grabbing maybe Haywire Mite, play around Leyline Binding at some point this game. But I'm gonna eat this with Scavenging Ooze. Num 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 num. Tasty, delicious flage. I finally unlocked all the decks in Balatro that just require you to play a specific deck. Next up, I have to do like the different colors of stakes to unlock the rest of the decks. It took me the longest with the yellow deck. The one that's like you start with 10 extra gold or whatever. That one took me like a solid 3 or 4 hours. I finally got it with like a broken DNA run. I also unlocked the 5 flush during that run. Consign plus Uro. It'd be so gross. Path X2. I was a little bit worried about that, but that's alright. Winota with Arena of Glory. Cool part about Winota is that like she doesn't actually need to attack to be valuable, right? I don't even think she gets a trigger off of herself attacking, so might not even be necessary there either. I think I kind of want to take the Saga because they just use the Wrath Disguise. She's a human, yeah. Yeah, she doesn't trigger off of herself attacking. I hold up Bowmasters. Do I play Green Sun Zenith for a Delighted Halfling? I kind of want to go Green Sun Zenith for a Delighted Halfling. They have another Wrath Disguise. It's going to be unfortunate. I'd rather have my Grist Resolve, though. They're ripping Leyline Binding if they have that. Winota and FOMO does sound really sweet. You're right about that. My Halfling. It's been a minute since I've seen Jeskai control. Seems like, I don't know if they're on Spikes, like, looting plus Oculus Reanimator build, or if they're on traditional Jeskai control. Like Grist. FOMO has to be present for the beginning of combat to trigger. So if you put a FOMO, you can't even put a FOMO into play with Winota anyways because FOMO's not a human. But if you do have FOMO on the table and you have Winota, then you can like attack with the FOMO, trigger Winota, untap the FOMO, and then attack with the FOMO again, trigger Winota again. That's the cool part of the synergy there. Equals Phoenix. Maybe. I don't know, I'm gonna try some like blue-red Murktide Copy lists. And then probably arrive on the conclusion that they're not good enough. I think those lists are a little bit less reliant on the graveyard than something like Phoenix. You don't really need to rely on like Crackling Drake. Make a construct token here. And another one. Could hold this land in case I want to go get Tireless Tracker. Grab Haywire Mite to shut down Binding. I don't think I want to hold this land for Tireless Tracker though. Maybe if it was an untapped land, I would hold it for Tireless Tracker. I'll leave a Grist on top. Down Q for 3. I agree. I think Tireless Tracker is pretty booty. I would rather just have like fourth or third Water the Reliquary probably. Cycles of Triome. Okay, we'll take this opportunity to Bowmaster them. Which is going to be bad if they have another Wrath Disguise, but I guess if they have another Wrath Disguise, I do have the Grist as a follow-up anyways. Look at how tireless he is, though. So bold, yet so tireless. A lot of people seem to think it's Brain Surge. I don't know. I think looting plus deep analysis is cute. Problem is all of these like forms of card draw just get so hosed by Bowmaster. Whether you pick the looting plus the deep analysis or you pick the brain surge, Memory Deluge doesn't, but Memory Deluge is also more expensive than the rest. It's hard to say. I think it makes it really, really tough to kind of construct these control decks in a sense of there's no good card selection options that aren't going to just get massively decimated by Bowmaster. So you have to have like a really good answer to Bowmaster in your deck. Yeah, they're going to unban Dig Through Time next. Man, that would be so gas for these Jeskai control lists. Oh, it'd be so good. EI is fine, but EI is weird in a counterspell deck. Oh, they're tapping for Null Drifter. Ding. Ding. They have Null Drifter into Wrath Disguise, then we're in trouble. They're gonna Bowmaster, or sorry, Leyline Binding the Bowmaster. Expressive Iteration is just really weird in a deck where you don't really want to tap out that aggressively. Albaran, thank you for the tier 1 in the 8 months. Appreciate it. Welcome back. I'm gonna go Grist minus, kill this thing, attack them for 4. Alternatively, I pop the Haywire Mite here, get my Bowmaster back, Bowmaster ping them, and then Grist minus, sacrifice the Bowmaster, attack them for lethal. Killing them seems good. Good line. Okay, just got control. Thoughtseize seems pretty valuable. I could see Fulminator Mage being kind of valuable if I want to take the land destruction route against their domain mana base. Outland Liberator seems fine if I want to take out additional Leyline Bindings, although I'm not sure I need another copy. So maybe I don't want to go that route. Shadow Spear we can take out. Haywire Mite is probably fine. Fatal Push we can take out in some numbers. I could leave in like one copy if I want to have an additional way of combating Flage plus Consign. I have 4 Grists already. And Fatal Push is kind of a dead card against Null Drifter. Bring in one Fulminator Mage. I wish Green Sun Zenith could tutor Fulminator Mage. Unfortunately, Fulminator Mage is not green. If it were like Quarter Calling, tutor any creature, Green Sun Zenith would be super broken. You don't play with such cards, that's fair. Green Sun Zenith isn't for everybody. That's why I'm thinking like Quarter Calling plus Green Sun Zenith might be the best formation for Green Sun Zenith decks. So that way you can tutor up the greens and the non-greens. Alright, CJ. Now we got our Dryad Arbor in our hand. This is an immediate mulligan. No, I forgot. We'll look at it in a sec here, Will. I already forgot. I was like, oh, I'll do it after this match. Oh my god, I meant to mulligan this hand. Damn it! I like looked away. Shit. Alright, that's alright. We'll make do with this hand. As long as I don't kill my Dryad Arbor. Please don't kill my Dryad Arbor. I beg of you, I accidentally kept this hand. Oh, do it, please. Have a heart. I talked about mulliganing this hand. I was like, we got a mulligan. It's gotta be a long subathon, boys. Ah. Elmo, thank you for the follow. Please don't do it. Put that static discharge away. Ah, man. Our galvanic discharge. It's okay. I just felt generous and I wanted to give my opponent a freebie. It's like a homie stock in Smash Brothers. Never mind. We're so back. We got one Urza Saga. They kept a 1-land or 2. Oh, this is gonna be a good game. Could tell already. Yeah, we get Mox Emerald. This is gonna be peak modern. Might not like it, but this is what peak modern looks like. Both players keeping just horribly, horribly unplayable hands. Stumbling and fumbling. 2 feet apart. So I'm playing in the main event at both of the RCs, and if I end up scrubbing out, I'm probably going to look to play some legacy events. Or some more modern events. I don't think I'm going to play any standard events, unless there's maybe like a standard RCQ there that I could go play in. I don't know. Can't say for sure, Billiam. I'll be around. I'll be playing Ant in Legacy. Just like the same list that I brought to Eternal Weekend. Hey, we drew a land. We did it. It's not a great land, but it is a land. Second Haywire Mite, the clock doubles. I could have been mana efficient, use the Green Sun Zenith here instead. I should use the Green Sun Zenith for a halfling. It's Modern 10k on Sunday. Ooh. I'll play in that then, if I don't day 2. Well, it was obviously day 2, but who knows. The Green Sun Zenith. At least I don't double wipe for Wrath Disguise quite yet, but I am in a little bit of danger here. They do have Wrath Disguise. Question is, do I want to get a second halfling here? I guess the Soul Cauldron's a little bit better against them having the Wrath, but I'm just going to hope they dodge a white source off the top. Say, pretty please don't Wrath me, opponent. That's true. The Soul Cauldron did actually let me tap for green mana if I ate the Dryad Arbor and put on the Haywire Mite. And I can go Green Sun for my Dryad Arbor that I just exiled, right? I think that's how that works. Go on to discard. Maybe they're discarding Flage. Discarding another Null Drifter. Can't be countered. Soul Cauldron. True Last God. Thank you for the 100 bits and the 2-minute time extension. Consign to memory. Indeed. Still on the stack. And he just remains there, unfazed, unwilling to do anything about it. Wrath for One's still really good for them here. Although it looks like they might not have Wrath for One. Still missing second white source over there. To be fair, I kept probably a worse hand than the opponent, but I just got a little bit luckier. I think Storm's good. Storm's one of those decks I'm going to try before I go to the RC as well. Not saying I'm going to play it, because I'm probably not going to play it, but I at least want to try it and get a feel for it. Doorkeeper Thrill, huh? I've been got. Yeah, we did keep a much worse hand, to be fair. After talking about mulliganing it. Is it Wrath for one time yet? I guess they get Wrath for two. And they can clear my Dire board. I forgot they used Galv earlier this game. So if they did draw a second white source and they have Wrath, we're gonna lose our entire board. Might be able to do some rebuilding, but it looks a little tough. I guess on the bright side, they're probably gonna have to fetch Shock for a second white source. If they have to fetch Shock, then they're gonna go down to 4. They'll get the Bowmaster them down to 3, attack them down to 1. Scoop. One of the games of all time. Prediction time, chat. Movie 4-. Canister has a very dry sense of humor, which I appreciate. Bros. I will cast Mr. Beast. He sure does. Seal of Removal. Holy shit. Keck, what? I don't have, like, my own blue-black list curated, per se. There are plenty to choose from if you look at Goldfish, though. It is the most popular deck in the meta right now. So you can kind of fine-tune it to your liking. Yo, Pentagram, but they give it out $25. Hell yeah. Link me the list and I'll put it in the queue. Grab a Grist here, or we can just grab another land. It's tap land, tap land. Grab Grist, number 2. Thank you, Penta. I appreciate it. Link it to me. Let me know. Doomwake. Thank you for the giant raid, and congratulations on your success this weekend. Sorry the wheels fell off at the end. Delver of Secrets. Holy schmoly. For the 4-1, we're playing against actual factual Delver of Secrets. Let me show you why this card rotated out. Where is this on the chart? I don't see Delver of Secrets on the chart. My modern meta is scuffed. I don't think I want another Grist. 3 seems excessive. We're going to play Energy next, because we did get a Dono deck for Energy. Our current Dono queue is Energy, Mill, Looting Rhinos, Cube, and $35 Infect. Can we get the opponent's deck list? No guarantees. It's 5 subs. If you want to help contribute to the sub goals, or do a $25 donation as well. Got a Bowmaster, Water the Reliquary, Halfling, Urza Saga. I think Water the Reliquary. I think I'm just gonna go Grist minus. Take out this Froge. What the frog doing? Grist is really good under Soul Cauldron. That's like the 1-2 punch. As if you put Grist under Soul Cauldron, because Grist is considered a creature in the graveyard, then you could put it on Soul Cauldron, and then your creatures all become a copy of Grist. That's mainly what it's in here for, but it's also just kind of a good creature in general. Or it's kind of a good planeswalker, I should say. Just removal plus makes tokens and has high loyalty. It's very good, though. You can also tutor it with Green Sun Zenith and Court Calling. Bolts the Grist. Alright, found ourselves a Soul Cauldron. So we'll start making infinite Grists. Or I could also make a Psychic Frog. I'm gonna make a Grist. Get that train rolling. Scoop. A couple of Abrupt Decays. I could take Surgical Extraction if I expect them to be on some sort of like Unearth package. I'm not sure they are. It just seems like they're on Grixis Delver with Goyfs and Lootings and Tamios. So I don't think I need the Surgical Extractions. Could take Needle for Tamio or Psychic Frog. Haywire Mite could probably come out. I don't think I need Outland Liberator. And let's drop one more Unamas. Let's go with... We drop a Grist here. So I get out of my deck, Tireless Tracker. Pretty nice natty full house here. Insane Belatra multiplier. I'm priding myself on the fact that I never, 1, tutored, and I never, 2, cast Tireless Tracker this entire time. Huge dubs for everybody involved. Go back Endurance, but I'll keep this hand. Sedge. Not even tired of getting cut every single post board match for the rest of time. Sorry, Tireless Tracker. Sorry, not sorry. Maybe if you were a better card, you wouldn't get cut so much. Demonic Tutors, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Sorry, I ended up setting up stuff for the subathon last night. Got a little busy. But I still do want to talk to you about some RC stuff. DT's the GOAT. I love having just more Magic content in general to keep the game alive and have it continue to be consumed. Yeah, what do I play in Portland? Back with the Goyf. Just gonna let this hit me. Couldn't you have done this last night when I couldn't sleep? Well, on the bright side, there'll be lots of content to sleep tonight and the next night. And the next day, maybe they daze me. Ah, the One Ring sleeper pick. Okay, I could buy that. Could have also pushed this on tap and Abrupt Decay the Frog if I wanted to. Moto's taking a lot of small breaks today. It's overworked. It's Torben's fault. Doesn't give MTGO enough time to rest. Yeah, the servers seem to be a little bit struggling. Which explains like the little delays that are happening every time priorities passed. I want the preordain. I think it's Bowmaster time. Ported DB. That's alright, Torben's already in here. You can hear the trash talk from a mile away. Guys, 2 to the bottom. 5-6 Goyf. I don't really want to take 5. I think I'm just gonna jump here. I'll up Abrupt Decay. Their mana base seems a little greedy and like they probably have Counterspell in here. I think the Abrupt Decays will be pretty good. They could bring back the Goyf. Alternatively, I guess it's bad if they have Eyeball. I don't have a lot going on here. I think we just pass. We're so back Bamzing. Except for whatever list you showed me the other day. Whatever that was is not so back. More Goyfs. More Goyfs, more problems. Yeah, I got like halfway through that list and I was like, I can't go on. I can't do it. So Grist will keep the Goyf in check for a little bit here unless they have removal for the insect token, or they could just kill the Grist. One guide, one Ocelot, one Ajani. They're calculated numbers. Are you getting a sleep cam? It's right there. RV. Thank you for the follow. I play some standard. If I get burned down on modern, I'll probably switch to standard for a little bit, but I do want to do a lot of RC testing. So I have RC coming up right after this. Well, I, for one, just think this is too many lands. Yeah, Abrupt Decay against Force Negation feels so good. Tarfire me. Uh-oh. Going to 1. RCNC is the beginning of March. Portland is the beginning of February. I don't think Jeremy's going to the RCs. I could be wrong, but I'd be surprised. I think this is going to be good enough. Yeah, I need a Maelstrom Pulse off the top here. I can make a couple of chump blockers chump and then try to survive. And if I draw like Bowmaster, I guess maybe we can make a comeback. That's assuming they have like nothing in hand though. Good afternoon, ants. Push, and that kills the dingo. Okay, anything else now that I've seen their deck a little bit more? They're bringing Chalice on 1. Obviously not the greatest, because I have so many 1-drops in my deck, but I think it's probably gonna hurt them way more than it's gonna hurt me. Might keep this mediocre hand. I don't know if I want Culling Ritual. They're not really like an energy go wide deck, and I think Culling Ritual shines there out of all places. Because the Ritual, it's not like it doesn't affect me, right? It blows up my Halflings, it blows up my Soul Cauldrons, my Bowmasters, whatever. But I think it has to be really good against them if I want to bring that card in. Cameo. Maybe I'm supposed to go Halfling, hold a Bowmaster instead if they try to flip this Cameo. But I don't know if I care too much about them flipping this Cameo. I think getting the Grist online and having a high loyalty Grist is probably going to be more important. Grist is quite good, and it also plays around Force Negation here. Yeah, exactly. If they flip, I can minus. Take out the Tameo. Goif. Delver. Opponent loves their Delver. But the opponent flipped the Delver, is dead already. You couldn't even finish typing that before it died. This kills the Delver. Next one, in my modern format? I think not. I'm 99% sure this opponent sent me this deck on stream today. Well, now they're playing it, Spike. This is your fault. Did you tell them that it was good? Is that why? Yeah, Spike, when's your subathon? I know how much you love the 24-hour stream. Might just be dead here. Respect themselves, play DRC Delver. I don't think we're gonna hit 9 creatures here. We're just gonna keep on taking up the Grist. Alright, they conceded. Yay! We 4-dashed. So that was a cool list, that top 8, or top 4, the SCG I think it was. Pretty sweet. Alright, up next in the dono queue. A match 1 against the green-white birthing ritual.
Have you
Bing
peaked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peaked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore!